What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the AS VAL and why I like it so much, and kind of methods for how to make it work better in Warzone, because it is tricky with that 30 round mag to actually use in Warzone, and I think that's probably why I don't ever see people using it, because it's a great gun. It really is. It has insane TTK, and I'll go over all the numbers again with you later in the video, but I'm just going to explain how I play with it, the builds that I use with it, and how I think you can make it work a little bit better. Before I hop into that, I want to remind everybody that I stream pretty much every day at twitch.tv/unforgivenlive. It's a great way to ask me questions directly and get answers really quickly if you ever want to talk to me directly about something. Just head over there and hang out sometime. And then also we do have that new merch store up, so that link will be below down in the description of the video. So check it out. Alright, so the first build that I want to talk about is the VAL that I run with my sniper. So the SPR, now that it's been corrected back to kind of where it should have been before with bullet velocity and things like that, is more of a long-range sniper than the Kar98. It fits, the SPR kind of fits nicely between like an HDR and a Kar98 right now, where it's way better than the Kar98 at range, but the Kar98 still ADS is way faster up close, so you're better off with the Kar98 up close than the SPR, but the SPR is still really good, don't get me wrong. I still use the SPR all the time. But anyway, the VAL that I run with my sniper, either Kar98 or an SPR, is this. So I have tac laser, Strelok stock, operator foregrip, 30 round mag, sleight of hand. So with this gun, I talked about this in my original AS VAL video, because it has such a small mag and it shoots so fast, you really need to have both 30 round mag and sleight of hand on it, because if you don't, you just can't get the reload out fast enough. And there's a weird thing with this gun where when you switch to the 30 round mag, the reload time is actually slower than with the 20 round mag. That's not on my website yet, but it will be soon. But I'll put the reload times up on the screen. So the reason I built it this way, this has the gun has a pretty long range to start with. So its first damage drop off is about 32 meters. So the long barrel is nice for bullet velocity, but you don't really need it that much for like the damage drop off extension. The Strelok stock is for recoil control. This gun has a lot of recoil, and the operator foregrip is again for recoil control, because I feel like it does have a lot of recoil. Tac lasers to get that ADS time back down, since you have both the operator, 30 round mag, and Strelok. You kind of need something to bring it back down a little bit. Something you could do to switch this build up, if you wanted it to be a little longer range, you could go with the long barrel instead. And then if you're going to do that, I would probably take off the tac laser. And then this is gonna be pretty slow ADS, but it'll be a good extra. I think it's like 8 meters extra when you put this barrel on there, and it gives you some bullet velocity too, so it's a little easier to hit people. You could swap out operator for rubberized grip tape, so it still helps with recoil a little bit, but it doesn't slow your ADS down as much. So that's kind of a situation where you could use rubberized grip tape. But in general, those would be the two builds I would run with a sniper, and I think this gun pairs best with the Kar98. Just because the Kar98 is a little closer range, and the VAL is a very close range weapon. So if you're running with an SPR, maybe a Ram 7 or an M4 or something would be a better choice, but I just can't get away from the TTK of the VAL. I've been using this thing exclusively since it came out, and I think I've settled on a couple really good builds. Alright, so hopping into some data comparisons using my website, this is going to be a comparison between my sniper complement AS VAL and then the Ram 7, which is what I always used to run with the sniper, and I threw an MP5 just in there so you can see how it compares to an SMG as well. So first thing, ADS time with my build is very quick, so it's faster than the old Ram that I used to run, a little bit faster than the MP5 that I would run even. Sprint to fire, of course, the SMG is going to destroy in sprint to fire, so the MP5 is king there. Movement speed, they're all pretty close. MP5's a little bit faster. ADS movement speed, the Ram and the MP5 are faster. Hipfire area, MP5 again is going to be king there, just because it's an SMG, so it has smaller hipfire to begin with. But so let's go over to the TTK charts here and go to full health 250 plate. So right off the bat, you can see in chest shots, the VAL just annihilates both the Ram and the MP5 all the way out to 32 meters, and then it drops off a little bit, and from 32 up to about 49 or 39, the RAM is a little faster, and then from there out, the valve is still faster. And you're not trying to use this past like 40 meters. Your sniper's going to be taking those shots. So the whole point of this is to be pretty dominant inside like 40 meters. And that's exactly what the VAL does. It destroys the MP5, just even destroys the MP5 up close, and beats the RAM all the way out to 32 meters. So it's just, the time to kill is just crazy. And if you swap over to stomach shots, then you see a little bit different story, but still it's similar. So now the MP5 actually wins up close by a little bit, and the RAM starts to beat the VAL around like 5 meters. But that's just for stomach shots. And then if you go to leg shots, you'll see that the AS VAL again beats the MP5 pretty handily. The MP5 has different multipliers for legs and arms, so the VAL actually beats the MP5 again. The RAM again can keep up with the VAL when you hit leg and extremity shots, but for chest shots, the VAL just destroys everything, even the MP5, which is crazy. So the more SMG style build that I run with the VAL, this is what I would run with another AR. And I run this as an SMG, so this is what I use against other MP5s and things, and I'll show you the stats again. The TTK of the VAL is insane across the board, so if you can get used to the 30 round mag and sleight of hand and the small mag, it just fries everything, and I'm having a blast with it, and I'm just surprised that I don't see anybody else using it, because it destroys everything in time to kill, and up close, time to kill is king because you don't miss that many shots because you're so close to your target. So the explanation for this build, the Strelok stock gives it a little more range, easier to control because it has a lot of recoil, so that really helps with the range. The reason I don't use an underbarrel is because the Strelok helps just as much with recoil but doesn't hurt your ADS as much, so I really like this stock a lot. I use 5 milliwatt and stippled, mostly for sprint to fire time. People get confused why I'm using 5 milliwatt, but I think sprint to fire time is a lot more important than people realize, especially when you're trying to make an AR fit in with SMGs. So with 5 milliwatt and stippled, I get around SMG sprint to fire times, which means that if I'm sprinting into a room, I can shoot my gun just as fast as if I had an MP5 or something like that. So it's a really important thing to have, because the time difference between an AR and an SMG in sprint to fire is pretty significant. So you need, if you want to use an AR as an SMG, you kind of need to get that sprint to fire time down, and both 5 milliwatt and stippled help with that. And if you need to hit fire, obviously 5 milliwatt helps with that, and then stippled kind of cancels out the Strelok and 30 round mags ADS time penalties. So this ADS is fast, has really good sprint to fire time, and obviously you still have sleight of hand so you can reload quickly, and it's decent at range because you have a Strelok stock. So I love this build. Obviously the other tricky thing about using an AR as an SMG is that it uses assault rifle ammo. So you have to think about what you're going to use to complement this gun, and I've settled on a few guns. So because it uses AR ammo, if I can find an AR that I like that shoots slowly, that means it'll use less ammo, and ammo really won't be much of a problem because my main gun will shoot slowly, slow rate of fire, and it doesn't use that much AR over time. So I'll hop over and show you the guns that I complement the VAL with now. Okay, so now talk about the data for my SMG AS VAL build. So this is going to be compared to the MP5 and the MP7, which I feel like are like the two most common SMGs that you see. MP5 is for sure the most common. These are all, again, pretty standard builds for the MP5 and MP7. So you can see the ADS times are all very similar between the three builds. AS VAL is the slowest, but just by barely. I mean, it's 1 millisecond slower than the MP5. And then using the 5 milliwatt and the stippled grip tape brings your sprint to fire times on the VAL down, not quite to SMG level, but pretty close. So it's about 70, 60 milliseconds slower for sprint to fire, and then about 30 milliseconds slower for the super sprint to fire, tactical sprint to fire. Movement speed is going to be a little better on the MP5, about the same on the MP7 with the builds I'm using here. And ADS movement speed is going to be better on the SMGs again because they're SMGs, so they naturally have much higher ADS movement speed. Hip fire is pretty similar on all of them because I have the 5 milliwatt on the AS VAL. It's a little bit more area on the VAL. And then bullet velocity, of course, the MP5, MP7 have a lot higher bullet velocity. That's one of the other negatives about the VAL, is that it doesn't have very high bullet velocity. But then if you go to the TTK charts, pretty much explains why I use this gun exclusively. Yeah, so orange is the AS VAL, purple is MP5, and blue is MP7, and you can see the VAL just crushes them. It's not even close. The number of times I destroy somebody using an MP5 is very high. I almost never lose to an MP5, which is a crazy thing to say because the MP5 used to be like the SMG king. If you think about it, there was that 70 millisecond difference in sprint to fire time between the MP5 and the AS VAL. So right now I have 416 milliseconds to time to kill for chest shots on the AS VAL versus 530. So that's about 110 milliseconds difference there. So even if you add that 70 milliseconds, 60 or 70 milliseconds of sprint to fire time to your TTK, the VAL still wins. So if you're both sprinting, you both shoot at the same time, the VAL's still going to win, which is wild. The gun just shreds. You'll see in the gameplay later, I've got lots of clips of me just murdering people with the VAL. It's a really good gun, and I'm surprised it doesn't get used more, honestly. This alone I would think would make people use it a lot more, because there's times when you have an MP5 out too where there's somebody 20 meters away and they're beyond that first damage drop off, and you have to hit them with tons of bullets to get them to go down. And with the VAL it's just not true, because even with no barrel, that first damage range extends out to 32 meters. So you're safe with the VAL all the way out to, like, I mean, you don't really want to use it at 32 meters with this build, but if you have to, you can, and it's a very underused gun right now, I think. Okay, so I mentioned when I was talking about my SMG VAL build that I was showing that in order to run this, because it uses AR ammo, you need to use it with either a gun that shoots slowly or a gun that has a huge magazine. So as far as guns that shoot slowly go, there's a few decent options out there. There's the Odin, which is actually a pretty good gun. I think it's underrated, underused. Obviously that shoots really slowly. The SA-87 shoots pretty slow as well, and I also think that's an underrated gun. It's pretty good. I actually use it a lot. It's a lot of fun. You could use the AMAX. The AMAX is on the border, kind of. It's like 660 rate of fire, 660 rounds per minute. So it's not super slow, but it is slower than something like a Kilo, which is around like 750. So it does save some bullets compared to that. And then another really good option, something like a PKM or a Bruin, where you can put like a 200 round belt mag on there. Obviously that gives you 140 extra shots over a Kilo with a 60 round mag. So that's a way you can get more ammo to use with the VAL. So I've got all my favorite guns to use with the VAL up on the screen here on the builds. These are all standard long range builds. I threw the meta Kilo on there just for comparison's sake. So the AMAX 444 milliseconds, Odin 476, PKM 409, SA-87 418, and Kilo 409. I'm not going to talk about the rest of the stats. I'm just going to jump over to the TTK charts. So you can see right off the bat, orange is CR56, pink is Odin, the light blue is PKM, green is the SA-87, and dark blue is Kilo. Right away you can see the Kilo is the worst TTK at basically every range of all these guns. The reason it's so good is because it's so accurate, but raw TTK potential, it's the worst of all these guns. So up close, obviously the AMAX is going to be the champ just because it hits so hard in chest shots. The Odin's in second, then the SA-87, followed by the PKM. And then interesting thing about the Odin and the PKM is they hold these crazy good TTKs, and the SA-87. Those three guns all hold these super good TTKs all the way out to infinity. So you can see they're all basically tied past 80 meters. The Odin is the champ from about 50 to 80. But the PKM doesn't have very much recoil, and it hits so hard, and it's just a crazy good gun. It's underused as well. But I also love the Odin. I love the SA-87, and the CR56 is super popular among really popular streamers and top players in Warzone. So it's obviously a very good gun as well. And you can kind of see why that would be the case, because it hits really hard up close. So if you have to use it up close, it still does a ton of damage, and then it also has good TTK at range. So it doesn't quite keep up with the SA-87, Odin, or PKM at range, but it's pretty close, and it's a lot closer to them than it is to the Kilo. The Kilo is a lot slower at really long ranges. Alright, so now we're going to hop into some gameplay. all this gameplay is from the same day. I was streaming over on Twitch, and I got the chance to play with I Am Expel for his charity stream. That was a really, really awesome opportunity and a fun day. I think we got 4 wins in a row at one point, which was just crazy. And I was using the AS VAL all day with every build I use. I've pretty much been using it exclusively since it came out, because to me it's such a dominant weapon up close that I love having it. It gives me confidence when I push into rooms and things like that. But I wanted to mention in the first clip, you'll see me using the PKM with iron sights, and this Old Country blueprint is the blueprint that I use to get the really good iron sights. So if you're interested in that, that's how I got the really good iron sight PKM in the video. But anyway, if you want to stick around for the gameplay, I appreciate it, but you don't have to. I'll put timestamps to all the different times when I'm using the different weapons in the video description if you want to just jump to a specific weapon. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it insightful, and just give the VAL a try. Give it like 3 or 4 days. Try it for like 3 or 4 days. If you still don't like it, you can go back to the MP5. But I think once you get used to it, for me, it's been frying and I love it. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Still dropping in.
Where did you come from?
The other zip line.
Oh, that's crazy.
Hostile.
Oh, 3 in front of me, 3 in front of me.
Talk to me about it. Is on.
Marking and they're on the move.
Is he on the roof?
He's down.
Is that your kill?
No, not my kill, not my kill. Down that guy. Got him.
Both buildings. I'll just chill.
I had to get the clean. There was nothing I could do there. All right, one's cleaned. It's 2 people left. I hate this gun.
Got a loadout drop inbound.
Good shit. Nah, I'm pretty sure there's people in the other building.
We're in the safe zone.
Literally right above us. They know. We just gotta be careful. I gotta wait. I gotta wait. I gotta wait.
It jumped.
They flew off. Flew off. Flew off. West. Probably gonna be in red over here.
Target here.
I really missed that shot.
Next building over.
Enemy fire.
What's going on?
They're
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
watching the
move.
peak on the left. Damn, if that was a throwing knife, that would have been wild.
All 3 are still over there.
Push, 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 push. Holy God!
Sights.
He just peeked the shit out of me.
I need help. I need this bullet. Did everybody lay down as soon as I started pushing?
Yeah, he cracked. There you go.
I gotcha covered. Rilassati, I gotcha.
I shot him a single time. I shot him
You-
like 4
you didn't-
times.
It's going well, Lindsay.
That's you two. You two fight that.
Yep, I did it.
One more. Behind that guy, I downed one.
True game. You got it, Mr. Tony.
I got the res, I got the res.
Come
I wasn't even
on,
talking
you
about the
can
res.
make it.
Well, he just
They
resed.
just
So.
res.
He's inside.
Crack down, 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 down. I'm down right outside the window. Good stuff.
Cover.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Can't touch the AS VALs, TTK.
Gas is moving in.
I mean, nasty shots. If you guys are both pushing, you got to push at the same time.
Stuck him.
Crack.
One.
I couldn't pull my gun out fast enough.
How about that crew data, huh?
Go.
Wait, was the data on the...
What was the data on Oh yeah, the best. We are so funny, dude. Oh my God. Dude. Hey, I should like play video games and make jokes for a living.
There's a loadout on this
I
buy.
believe rooftop and right in front
Oh,
of
hello.
me. Bro, are you gonna shoot here?
Down the guy up top.
That's my boy Skinny Penis right there, chat.
Fighting's done. The area's cleared
These
out.
guys are all floating in.
Got my kill up top.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone. Enemy.
Oh no! What? Hello?
F, I'm on your side.
Sick.
Cancel that.
Boys, I might die here.
Hold on. Cracked him. Cracked him.
Down.
No, you fat sack of lard.
Cracked him.
You're solo, dude.
It's okay. I'm good.
You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Wait, what? Somebody's floating? Somebody's floating?
Gas is
We got
moving.
3 left.
promise?
2 teams.
Only 5
Somebody's
remain.
floating and I
Finish
don't
the
know
job.
where. I'm
He's
telling
down
you.
low. I found him in the road. Hit him once.
I'm going this way.
I'm gonna cut him off.
Yeah, but I think we got a team stimming. Yeah, we got a team stimming, boys.
One left.
Yeah, but he's stimming. We lost. Hey, man.
Is he-
GG's.
Right in front of us. Right in front of
Is
me.
he sure about that?
They're going in firehouse.
They're on the move.
I'm popping.
Friendly UAV
Okay,
overhead.
well, they... I'm rotating front.
Out.
You need to heal. What? Did they...
I have a kill.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the Val is
There's,
disgusting.
plates in here for you, brother.
Do you have any extra
Enemy
plates?
UAV overhead.
Plates for your boy. Here's a plate.
Any
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Any plates?
You want to try to do that supply run or just? I mean, there's no loot.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right in front of us.
Ow. Oh, on the wall.
Gun's not bad.
Mark the target. Take it out.
This is Striker 3-1.
You're gonna hate
Good
yourself,
copy.
bro.
Strike inbound.
Nah, bro.
Teammates in the gulag. If they
Oh,
survive,
I
deploy.
No! Oh my god! Oh, you saw, dude. John, thank you so much.
All right, Jeffries, have some good games, man.
They're on the
That would have been a
move.
good call out like 12 minutes ago.
I just saw him.
Are you eating my left testicle?
Yeah,
right
he
now?
got me.
Can you? Hey, man. Hey, dude. I'm not trying to call you out here, but like I'm covered. You know,
I'll
I'm
get you.
covered.
I can't. There's a sniper though.
I feel you, but you good?
Got him down. He's got self. I'm gonna res you.
He's got self. Go for the resi. The resi.
You'll be okay.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Dang. Look. I mean, your mustache is looking kind of cute too.
He's got to come to us. Cracked.
I'm gonna heal up a little bit. You cracking? Goddamn.
Right behind the same rocks. Moving left.
Oh my
I gave him the boop.
True game data out here with the fattest sniper. I don't know where I was going.
Nailed it.
Wow.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Oh, that's so good. That was a good.
They're
Alright,
on
calm
the
down.
move.
Breathe a second. Put it back in your pants. I get it. 46 inches. Put it in your leg.
You got killed. There's another team here.
They're on
Yep.
the move.
Another. Hey, man. I w- So you fucking doors open? Alright, did you have?
They're on
Did
the
you
move.
see?
Yes, I did.
Oh, he's sitting in the corner. What's he doing? Bro, what are you? What is this guy doing? Oh my God, barbecue for life. Oh, another guy.
Down.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna heal up here. Back up a little bit. Hey, man, we don't even have to fight him. He'll have to come in our way. Yeah, you can just fight him again. No, keep doing that.
He was very unhappy.
Hey, man, that's because you're the best. Oh, it's crazy of you to do that. I got a play box now.
I've got one too.
Oh, sick. What's up, bro?
What's up, dude?
Where did you come from? That's none of you to do that, bro. Found one. Found another. There's a guy
One guy
behind the
left.
truck over there.
Inbound. Marking you
Oh,
safe zone.
it's the guy that's in the storm.
Gas is moving.
Dude, he's-
Parkour.
Job's done. Solid.
I'm your dad!
Let's go. Downed him.
Let's
Get wrecked,
go.
noob.
Dude, you know what? If we weren't the best players in the game.
One close angle.
Yeah.
Close angle.
Ah! Oh no! 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 Ah! Ah! I'm dead.
Downed him.
I've got selfie. I got selfie. Don't worry about it.
Behind us,
great.
behind us.
Beam.
Headed your way.
Beam. What? They're still beaming.
This guy's an accident.
Down.
Wait,
Down
hold
the
on.
mirror.
Who's got
Touch
the
me.
accident?
Say less.
Is that Lucifer?
That's
Yeah.
me.
Is that why your name's Lucifer?
Moving in.
God dang it! They're still shooting me! Stop it!
Get me
From that
Hey
hut.
man! From the little hut, dude!
Tony, are you flanking?
I just
You're
want to out
flanking.
pizza the hut just one time. Is that too much?
There's a team at those 2 portables behind us too.
Hey, Tony, they're right below you as well.
That is a
There's
fact.
literally a guy directly below you, an inch away. He's got an inch.
Use one shot.
Dude, Artist Ward's got a massive unit. We got another guy.
Why is there another guy? Oh my god, how are there 3 still?
Be advised, UAV is bingo.
Drop me top A, top A, top A, top A. I'm out.
Hey, come here, you little baby back. Wait, is he getting in the car? Boy, sit that ass down. You think you
No.
can just run away from 4 people shooting at you with... don't. Just back away. Just back away.
Was that 4 AMAXs?
He's airstruck. Don't run forward. Don't run forward. He airstruck.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, he got you.
Do it!
I was in a building. Bertha pulling in.
Yeah, there's one up top. One up top.
I'm out.
Holy shit!
Yo. Green building as well.
How did that... I'm on the other side of the building and that hit me. I just want to point out. I'm going to step up.
2 snipers down there. 2 snipers.
Broke 1 armor.
Hey, I'll get you.
Waiting.
You know, it's fine. You guys can have your self-revives, but I'll just die, okay?
Oh no, you burned.
Too bad.
One down.
Downed him.
Hey, man,
Push.
what if I
2
told
down,
you I got the
2 down.
biggest... Oh, I'm all right.
Broke armor.